lights on. I should put purple on because we're really...
Hello, and welcome to The P Word. This is a podcast for adults. Fucking adults. We drink beer and curse like adults. Listener discretion is advised.
What if Hannibal Lecter was from Delco?
Matter of fact, one time, scumbag Ronnie's uncle tried to touch me down in Fargo with a beef and beer. I called him out on it, then I ate his whole meatball sandwich and a half a pound of provolone cheese. I knew he wanted to take over his leftovers.
You're listening to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
And you need to come on down to the cellar. I got a whole freezer full of popsicles.
I don't think we have popsicles. We got beer. Oh, I'm not dealing with that. Shush.
That's weird.
It happens.
I know.
It just happens. So, hey.
Hey.
So, I'm going to get it right out of the way. I did change my clothes.
Flyers, baby.
I did change my clothes since the last show. But this is the jersey I wore when they won the first game.
Oh.
So, I was going to wear a Flyers shirt, but I thought, no. I'm not, and I'm going to steal this from The Office. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Stitious.
So, just stitious. So, yeah. So, hopefully they will put that away tonight because I don't want to keep going. I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm amazed at the amount of bullshit I'm seeing all over the internet. And
wait a minute. Since when?
Well, yeah, but let me keep going. Specifically, everybody's like, Sidney Crosby getting busted for diving.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
See,
when he came into the league after a lockout, and they changed the rules for his style of play.
Okay.
So, like when Gretzky played, he was the same kind of player, smaller guy, really good, really fast, and he had to fight through the clutching, grabbing, boarding, punching, kicking, screaming stuff. But
I didn't know.
This guy, when he finally came in after a year off because they locked out for a strike, when he came in, they changed the rules. Everything's interference now. You can't touch anybody. You can't board anybody. You can't get near anybody. Like all these rules, we're trying to inflate the scores because like we hate soccer because it's like the game is over 0-0. I watched that for 4 days.
Well, if you think about hockey and like I was watching the other night, it's just chaos.
Yeah. It's like super fast, insane, and it's like. It's funny when I would the first time I ever sat like up in the stands and watched my team play or somebody my league play, and I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like, is it always this slow? Like I'm watching the guys like.
But if you watch it on TV, it feels like it's like lightning.
They are a lot faster than we are. They're tons and tons faster than we are. I am going to bring the feed up here just to make sure.
I'm checking it too, and
I think so far.
I ran the network line in here this week. So,
so I'm hoping that fixes it. But yeah, we are a lot slower. And one of the coaches said once, it's like you got to realize, man, your hardest slap shots are nothing compared to their passes. And I was like, looking down at my knee, and the pad's all shot to shit because somebody just hit me, and I'm like, great, that's awesome, yeah. But I don't know. Some of these guys sneaking in may actually have a decent shot. But
what's that little thing on your phone?
What little thing?
A little kickstand. Did it come with it?
Yeah, it came with the armor.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool, man. I would love to have something like that.
I usually get this kind of armor all the time. It's the same company, makes the same thing. You could throw this thing at a meteor.
Now, do you have a glass protector as well?
No, I don't. If it drops face down, I'm fucked.
I had one. And I recently took it off because
I couldn't deal with it.
I wasn't working. Like I couldn't get my phone to work.
I don't like the deal.
Phone.
Caitlin swears by it.
I sound like I'm from Delco.
You're from Delco. It wasn't the phone.
From Philly.
But Caitlin swears by him. I see her drop her phone all the time, and I'm like, and she's like, and it's all fucked, and she's like, oh yeah, just tears it off, gets a new one, and puts it on. I'm like, and she looks at me like I'm an idiot, and I'm like, well,
I had one until this one, but
I don't know.
We have was it not next week, but the week after? Nick Cataldi's coming in with Kelly James Yorkie. They're in a band called Plastered, and they're looking for some members, and they're in a reform mode. So check it out. It'll be fun to hang out with those guys. Both really nice guys. I mean, super nice guys. This is the week of the eve of the M3 thing. I dare I say I have a feeling this will be the last one. I don't think.
Is it? Nope, ain't that one. That's not the one I wanted. Let's see. I actually have to bring the window up. You son of a bitch.
It's okay, man.
Damn, I hate the way this thing was. There you go.
I don't know. This could be the last time Old School plays the parking lot at the tailgate party. Hey, there's Kelly James Yorkie right there.
Yeah.
I know that our good friends in Rat Rod are playing. There's a Saturday show. It's an off-site show, obviously, because M3's only one day this year.
We're still not getting comments.
I'm getting them
on the phone, yeah, but not online. I don't know. What's going
on, man.
I don't know. I have to complain.
Is there is there a way to change the settings? Maybe that's something. I don't know.
They do that all the time on Facebook.
They make
just
a change, and you're
change shit, and you don't know. Let me go over here so I can watch it.
Who can comment on your post? There's the thing that says that.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Public.
actually. Well, everybody's can comment. That's fine. We got 5 people or so watching. 4 now. 2 now.
Woo, look at us.
But I'm always. I don't want to watch it from this dashboard because this is just you.
Right.
So if I watch this, then I wind up.
You're seeing the same thing I'm seeing there.
Yeah, then I wind up commenting as you, and that's always a nightmare.
Sorry.
Let me say yes to community standards, and let's see if
I did that.
Huh.
Didn't change anything. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, let me talk about that. Let me see if I can find something.
Anyway, so I have a feeling this could be the last one. I don't know. I mean, it's just that the numbers are a little low. The bonus was there were rooms available at a lot of the hotels around there. So my wife and I decided we're just going to bite the bullet because if this is the last one, we want to at least be there. So we're going to go. We're going down, and we have somebody coming here to stay at the house and watch over everything.
Nice.
Answer
the door for those assholes from Power.
Well, they have the doorbell camera if they don't want to do that. But I mean, I can monitor too. But in any rate,
I'll stand by my phone.
We're gonna drive down Friday and go hang out and see what's what. And I'm gonna be over at the lake house. Looks like that's where we're staying at this point. And never done that. I've always wanted to stay there. I thought it'd be kind of cool.
But now you get to do it. Yeah.
Now we get to do it. So that's kind of nice. So we'll be there Friday and Saturday night. And who knows? I know we got VIP seats.
That's awesome.
I don't know. They weren't terribly expensive, but it's only one day, so I'm basing it on like what I've spent before. For 3 days, it was.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing about 3 days is too, like the first night we never stayed the whole time. You're falling asleep by that point. Like I've never seen Kicks play there.
Well, they're not anymore.
Yeah, they're not anymore. So never will.
Chuck Scarpella is asking you, what number Chiefs jersey is that?
18. It's Jack's. Yeah, Jack Hansen.
Okay, there you go, Chuck. Chuck's going to come do the show one of these days.
Cool.
Yeah,
nice.
we chatted about that. Maybe.
And again, I'm wearing this.
I'm committing him without a commitment.
I wore this jersey last time we had the show and the Flyers won, so I'm wearing it again tonight because I'm just tired of seeing shit about Pittsburgh. Poor Cindy.
Sorry, man. I'm not following any of it. I did watch some Sixers the other night. It was the night Embiid came back.
Yes,
I know last night he did great.
I can't watch that. I can't do bad. I went to see one Sixers game. Wound up getting an accident in the parking lot. Some asshole old fart boomer hit my car and then blamed me. What else?
Wow, dude.
Yeah, it was annoying as fuck. And then he tried to get me to pay for it, and I was like, I got in trouble with my insurance company, and it was like a pain in the ass. But yeah, I used to play basketball when I was in Florida because I had nothing else to do, literally nothing. We had a community center.
Could you jump?
You could rent a ball. Yeah, I mean, I was 7th and 8th grade.
White men can jump.
I was just jumped as high as I could, like a foot off the ground. But it was fun to play, but I just can't watch that. And I can't watch that and guys whining and oh, I stubbed my toe. I can't play. I'm out for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like, I chipped a bone in my shin. I'm like,
Are you talking about basketball or football or or hockey right now.
Basketball is where like these guys are like, I have a cramp, I'm out for 6 weeks. Guys, I've read stories of like old time hockey players like broken ankles. They're like tape it up and then they go out and score.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it shit hurts, man.
So I was at a Sixers game. I guess it was about 5 weeks ago now. It was before the playoffs, obviously, and we sat five or six rows behind the Sixers bench, and I'm watching these kids, and they're acting like kids, who are playing a game. Like it reminded me of when my son played basketball when he was, he was in junior high or whatever it was, and I'm like, this is weird. Like they're not very mature, and they're just sitting there freaking out. And I mean, they were having a great time. I give them credit. Like it was fun to watch them, and they won the game, thank God. And but it's not that there was a certain mystique, and maybe it's because I'm an old dude, but I think back to the days of like like Dr. J and Maurice Cheeks, and even Charles Barkley. Like it just seemed like there were the level of player was much higher.
Well, the problem is now it's diluted. I mean, like when I was in high school, I was playing football at Upper Marion up till 9th grade. I played football at school. And then I got hurt, had to have surgery, couldn't play. And then I went to Carroll, and like I'm looking at these guys, and I'm like, this guy's a sophomore, and he's 6'4", and he weighs 300 pounds. But when he talked, he's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Oh, right, you guys are rich, steroids." Yeah, okay. But yeah, these guys are all roided up by then. And it's just, it's different now. Like Dr. J was an aberration. Wilt Chamberlain was a mutant.
They were great, man.
They were great. But now it's just like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the players of our era how they would stack up to these kids. These kids are probably better. But there was just a certain finesse that when I think of Larry Bird and guys like that, So I don't know. Maybe it's like I said. Maybe I'm just an old fart and everything bothers me. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like one annoying kid away from being,
get off my
Clint
lawn.
Eastwood from fucking
Gran Torino.
Yup. Yeah. It's so funny
I love
now.
that
like
movie.
The neighbors come around now and talk. They're like, these two old folks that walk around Hoyser Park. House or whatever the hell, and we see them all the time, and they stop and talk to us for like ages. And it's like, I'm on my lunch break, I have to get back, So you don't want to be rude, but you talk about, and then the guy just gets all political and he gets all up in my face, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk. We're both Americans. I don't want to get in.
I get it.
He's
man.
like, I'm like, look, dude, I'll end you if you don't walk the fuck away from me right now. So like,
That is funny, though. There's a thing. So, like, when I'm working from home, sometimes I go out and get something out of the car, and I'll run into a neighbor, and they start talking, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to be on a call." And
that's when I do. I'm in my underwear and slippers. They don't fuck with me as much.
They don't even realize what I'm talking about because they're not of the generation that would even do that.
Yeah, they're like, "You're home. You must be just."
So today,
watching The Price is Right.
I started working at. So we dropped off my Mustang this morning. I still have my Mustang. I got it inspected. So Nance and I were out the door at like 6:25, and we were back by 7. Now, I don't start work officially till 8 o'clock, technically speaking. But so I was online at 7. Mm-hmm. So I'm working, and we got a call. The car was done. So at 12:30 or something, we went and picked up my car and dropped off Nancy's because she needed service on her car. We were like, we'll just do two for the price of one, right?
Thanks, Jim. We were talking about that earlier, about watching the Flyers or us.
and the guys at the shop where I take the Mustang, they love the car, and that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, thanks for that.
But they're talking to me, and and I'm like, yeah, guys, I gotta go because I gotta get back. And meanwhile, I had everything with me. I had my phone, and But I don't like being away from my station. It's just, a thing. So it's just funny. It's a different world.
But they stop me and they're telling me about the kids on the bikes.
Oh, I read something online about one of somebody saw one of the kids on an electric bike flip over his handlebars down.
Oh, get that on video. I want to see that.
It was like at the
Did
soccer
he get
field.
really fucked up?
They didn't say. They just said, if you're the parent of one of these children, you should be aware. And Nance said the
Honestly,
other night.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's what it's going to take. One of these kids is going to have to like get really fucked up.
That would be terrible.
The bikes they're riding.
Well, Nancy said there was a kid. She saw him the other night, and based on the speed she was traveling, he was doing at least 40 miles an hour.
They're illegal when they go that fast. If you have an electric assist bike and I think it's like 20 watts or something stupid, I forget. That's fine. But if you're going to have one that's more than that and goes over, I mean, first of all, the speed limit in the neighborhood is 25. These kids are going 40 miles an hour. They're not wearing a helmet.
No.
They're doing wheelies because you know what,
I've
guys?
seen them do the wheelies.
No one's ever done that before. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
We used to do it in the schoolyard.
Yeah, we used to do it when we hit ramps just to go higher. No big deal, but to them, it's like they fucking invented it.
Well, they think they're better than us.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's fine.
so.
That's fine. You know, what is it? What's it saying? Like, old age and what is it? Experience and treachery will outdo skill and youth every time. It's true. Ask that kid I made to cry when I took his bike. So, but no, they're one of these kids is they're running down the hill. They don't stop at stop signs. Like, and that's what like the neighbors are now starting to come to me. Like, I was the guy running around like, I'll kill these fucking kids.
But you know what we sound like.
Yeah, old men.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, people came after us and did shit with like us. I mean, I used to constantly get yelled at by the cops around Upper Merion, and I know their favorite thing to say was, "Hey, didn't you hear what I said? I hear you can't hear what I hear over your ears." And asshole that I am, like, huh? So I stopped doing that after like one guy grabbed me.
Save your breath.
But yeah, it's just it's terrifying, man. It's like and I honestly I liked that the kids were getting out on their bike. I think it's cool. Post COVID, all of a sudden they weren't playing video games
they're
anymore.
They're not getting exercise out of it.
No, now they're on electric bikes
Just
and
coasting
they're
around.
You say anything to them, they're like "fuck you." It's like,
But no, I had that happen.
oh right, I can't hunt you down like they used to do when we were kids. I remember one time I threw a boomerang in a field and the wind caught it and hit some guy's car. The dude came over and was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and I was like, "Yeah, that's probably you're right." Go ahead.
When I was a kid, we were. I lived on a corner house, and we had a set of steps that went down to our basement on the side of the house. I guess some of these houses were, they were made into businesses or something on the corner property. So my buddy Larry and I were sitting down in this little cubby. It's like 4 steps down, cement pit. And we had crab apples. My neighbor had a crab apple tree.
Oh, you pricks.
So, they're like little tiny things, they're soft and mushy. So we were just kind of, sitting in there and chucking them at cars going by. And we hit this work van. Well,
Screech.
Guy stopped and he must have seen the arms coming up out of the pit, and he came over and he started screaming at us. And then he went and I was terrified, and
It's not
and
so much this
but
guy's
then-
going to kill you. He's going to tell your dad.
Well, he
Your
knocked.
Dad's going to kill you.
He knocked on the door, and I got in trouble with my parents. So you think we would have learned our lesson? No. We were probably 7 or 8 years old. So I don't know what the time frame difference is. My friend Larry and I, here we are again. Now we're hiding in the house behind my house.
Oh, that's good. Get your
In the
friends
bushes.
trouble. Yeah.
And across the street from where I lived was a schoolyard. And, now it's all like
Oh, this is when you were
developed.
fucking with the hockey players?
We were fucking with hockey
I
players.
hope they kicked your ass.
So we started chucking the crab apples over the fence at the hockey players, and one of them got pissed off, and rightly so. So he came over and he chased us, and we ran into my house. Well, he followed us in the house.
Yeah.
And we ran up the steps from the basement up into the living room, and he ran into Art Adler. My dad was a pretty stout guy. He was a big dude. That was that. He saw my father, got one look at him, and ran out the other door out of the house. And my father was like, "What the fuck did you do?" And,
Yeah, it's never why is that guy here. It's like, what did you do?
but meanwhile, he's going to go show him what for coming in our house. And this is the difference between now and then.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that.
So my father, he drags me out by my ear, and he's like, "Which one of those kids was the one who ran here?" And I'm like, "Him."
I don't want to be here.
The kid's like mouthing off. My father took him by the shirt, put him up on the fence. The kid started to shit his pants. Like it was great. I mean, it was great, and it was not great because he yelled at the kid and screamed at him. He said, "He's getting punished too, so don't think you're the only one." And it was the whole thing, like.
The kid, meanwhile, knows where you live, and
Yeah, I never saw them again.
I don't know. I did that one time. I was 16. I was driving around in my car, and these two kids used to fuck, like every time it snowed, they would throw shit at my car. And one of them, one day, actually twice, I went after him. One day, the kid threw something that had ice in it, and my window was cracked.
Oh no!
And it came and hit me in the face. And like the last time I went after these kids, I chased them all the way down Crossfield Road. Caught him at one end of the road, and I was parked at the other end. My car wasn't actually in park. It used to get jammed into reverse. So I'm walking back down Crossfield to go to my car, which is like a quarter of a mile away, and I see it backing up. So this time, I pulled up in front of the kid's house. I looked at my two friends in the back seat, and I just went, "Make sure that's in park." And I got out of the car, and I went after the kid. One kid went that way. The other kid went in his house. I opened the door, went in his house. He ran into his living room. I grabbed him by the jacket, pulled him back, cuffed his mouth, dragged him outside, beat the shit out of him on the front of his porch. I hit him. He fell down into his porch. Like they had those wooden Adirondack chairs made out of like logs and shit. He broke the shit out of that. His friend, and both these kids were bigger than me. The other kid comes around the corner. "What the fuck you doing?" And I grabbed his hands and tapped his head up against the brick wall, and he slid down. I turned around, and I'm walking back to the car. My friends are just getting out. I'm like, fuck, what was that, like 3-4 seconds? Like, well, I don't like that. But yeah, that was the last time they ever fucked with me. But, it's, hey, I mean, but I had a kid come over to my house and tell my dad that I said something about my parents' best friend's son who died, which I didn't say. And my dad threatened to kill me on the spot with a bat. He had my stickball bat. And he was like hovering over me like, "I'll fucking kill you." I'm like, I didn't do anything. I don't believe they went over to the people's house, told my story, thought I was off the hook. The girl who told my dad this, her brother's like, "Well, I was there. Wasn't it like this?" And I'm like, no. We're walking back home. "So you believe me now?" "No." Fuck.
You are the Antichrist.
No, I don't know. I prayed real hard Dad wouldn't kill. I honestly thought he was going to kill me. I really did.
Michael Scott Moore, he says he could come on and do a show called the Shenanigans Show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we all did crazy shit. It got to the point where
kids are kids.
Yeah, I got blamed for everything that went wrong in my neighborhood. If a house burned down, people were like,
Must have been Jim Perry.
Kitty, I didn't find out until I was 15. I was blamed for something really heinous that didn't happen.
Okay.
And my friends were talking about it. I'm like, I did what? Like, to this day, I'm nauseous thinking about it. Like, it's that bad.
No way.
I did not do that, but okay. No wonder the parents in the neighborhood hate my ass. It's time.
Oh, boy.
Now, I got to get the axe for this one.
The axe.
Got to get the axe.
Give him the axe. That's a song from Accept.
The goddamn thing hit me in the head
Thinking about using that for the sound check.
Nice.
Some Accept. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. to 12 noon.
Let's see if I can get this.
The one benefit of going down the night before, by the way, to do the tailgate is that I don't have to worry about driving
Trucking down
down,
there, yeah.
getting up at 4 in the morning.
You can drink your ass inside out.
Haven't we done Shinerbach?
We did this a long time ago, and we
thought
didn't
so.
rate it. And since we had a Bach in here a few weeks ago, and I was lazy as fuck and didn't really feel like walking around a beer store for a long time, I got this to try it, and we can rate it because this is a Bach beer you can actually get all year long.
That's cool. Tom Nally
So Shinerbach
from This Is Tom's World he's in the comments section here.
This is from Texas, right? Yeah, the first time I had this, I was on a work trip at Texas.
That's cool.
And I bought a 6-pack, 2 6-packs of this shit, and a bunch of us went back to my room and got shit-faced the day before we left. So it's good stuff.
Let's see.
So Shinerbach, nice brown stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I already had the thing up and I gave it a 10 already. I'm like, yep. It's getting
And-
a 10.
So Tom Nally says he loved the Colonial Theater.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
One of these days when I'm not playing, and I'll get there. I had every intention of going to see Fran Galanti's band, The Launch, and I got a last minute gig with my band Instinct down at the Nail, which was a shit ton of fun, man. I had a really fun weekend last weekend. So as you know, you were down at Screwballs.
I was down there, yeah.
We had a fucking great night.
And it was-
I'm cursing. Oh my god.
Oh fuck, no.
Blasphemy.
But it was really nice. Like even at the end of the night, it kind of chilled out, and everybody it calmed down. We're all sitting at tables, like just talking to people and just chilling
But
out.
the place was packed,
But
and
before
people were
that,
dancing.
actually, even at that time, it was.
and
packed.
then when we, at the end of the night, there were like 2 or 3 encores because it was great. And it was
sweet.
just kind of cool, man.
Tom's gonna put some footage out about the.
Nice.
Colonial. That's cool.
So we had that. That was a great night. You and I stayed till it was time to go, which
Before
was
they threw it out, there was no bouncer this time, though.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he there?
Oh, yeah.
Who was the bouncer?
He was sitting up in the front by the refrigerator.
Really?
I went up and introduced myself to him.
Oh, you got to point him out.
Introduced myself to him.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see who the hell he
He
is.
had the same, he's just doing his job.
That's weird. They have a bouncer. I have to
Something
ask,
happened.
I have to ask Kim and
Kim will tell
Steph what happened. Yeah.
So the next night I played down at the Nail with Instinct, and that was a lot of fun. We had a shit ton of people came out. Thank you to everybody that came out, and Steph was there, and Stubbs, and but a bunch of people came
I was
out.
thinking
It
of coming out, but I was like, I got stuff to do.
It was fun, man. And the band that went on after us, they were spectacular. I really enjoyed them. Just good tunes, and the drummer was spectacular. The bass player was spectacular. The guitar player had a really cool Kiesel guitar, which is Carvin, and he had a nice rig. And the guy who wrote the songs and was singing, he was playing guitar too. He had like an Ibanez 7-string or something. I don't know what it was, but he was
That
great.
was the weekend. Nick was talking about that with Tegan about guys wearing.
Tegan was there.
Yeah, it was like playing like a 7-string.
Claire was
guitar and
there.
stuff,
It was cool. So,
that was the first time I ever talked to Tegan. Man, he's awesome.
he's a great kid.
I love that guy. He's
Yep.
really cool, man.
Great guy. Hung out there for a while. I think I stayed till about 11 or something. And I was going to message you, and we were going to meet up down at Screwballs. And I got in my car. I drove home. My wife was still up. We watched. I don't know what we were watching. We were watching something on the couch, and I ate some popcorn and went to bed. Because I'm getting old, man. It's
Yeah. Hey.
it's what happens. I don't know, but had a really fun night playing guitar, both nights actually, and I'm cramming for Saturday because we're going to be Mark can't make the show, so we're gonna be a foursome. Old school on Saturday.
That's this thing.
So, I mean, that'll be fun.
Is it still lot 5? I saw Earl posted something like
It is
they
lot
moved
5. No.
to the other side of the lot or something.
We're going to be on the side where the grass is,
Okay, so not in the gravel this time.
pending. I have to make an assessment on the water content of the grass because I'm not putting electrical equipment in soggy grass.
Why? What's wrong with puddles?
Right. So we could end up back in the gravel. I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, the nice thing is the gravel is very hard.
It just got into everything.
Yeah, I
and
know.
It gets into the
Every couple of months, some comes out of my forehead.
it gets into the equipment. I've lost 2 switching mechanisms for my amplifier through that. It's not a cheap endeavor going to this thing. And we don't make any money. If people tip us, that's nice, but we're just doing this out of the kindness of our hearts. And my heart's about the only one that's left at this point. Everybody's getting kind of fed up with it.
I mean, it's a lot. It's
a lot.
It
It's
is
a lot.
exhausting. I mean, I've gone down with you a couple of times. We set up, we tore down. I mean, you guys played, I drank. So, I mean, it was about the same thing, level of effort.
It's a lot of work, though.
But yeah, and by the end of the night, I was exhausted.
Yep.
I know you were, because I like I said, we never stayed till the end.
No.
We were
no.
usually out of there by like 9, 10 o'clock.
There's been
latest.
quite a few times where after we did the lot, I didn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. You know, I ended up just back at the hotel room.
Honestly, in the last couple of years, the lot's been the best part.
For me, it has been.
It always. I mean,
There's two things I love.
It was fun. It's a party. You get to see people. You get to mix around with people you don't even know. I almost
Right.
killed that punk rock girl with that horrible Everclear I had.
I
But
think she just had a baby.
she did.
Yeah.
Oh God, what did I do to it?
But yeah. So for me, like you, that was my favorite thing, and I always like going to the lake house, and hanging out there, and you never know who you're going to run into there. Like literally, I mean that. Like, you know, George Lynch walked through the one year while we were all there. You know, like people walk through, you know, because they're staying there too. So, you know, we go there and hang out. The benefit this year is my wife and I are going to stay there. So we're going to park the car and that's it. You know, we can just go to our room, get cleaned up, come down and enjoy the festivities. So, you know, how do you want to spend your money? I
do.
guess.
I think I figured out. I remember a couple of weeks ago, you were asking me if I stayed in the same room with you guys. And I think I know why you thought I did. We had sushi one year.
Oh yeah.
We were sitting in. We got a bunch of sushi and ate in your room. We had dinner. Like we were just sitting there eating like tons and tons of sushi for a while, and then I left.
Where did you go?
Same hotel. We were at the Holiday Inn Express.
Oh. So the one year at that Holiday Inn, Nance and I got a room that had a living room and a bedroom. And we didn't pay any extra. We did just the room they gave us. We certainly could have had people stay there. And I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I think mine just was like, I had like a queen size bed and a desk and a chair. That's all mine had.
It's all
But
you
it had
need, right?
It had a balcony.
You had a balcony?
I had a balcony, yeah. It was nice. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really overlook. It overlooked a couple of parking lots, but there was a courtyard. I mean, it was nice to just be outside.
Now, you may recall the couple times you went, we went to dinner. We left, you know, the last band's on and whatever. You leave 20 minutes early because you want to go to the lake house or whatever. And we went to dinner. That restaurant is now closed. At least it was last year, you know. So I was like all bummed out, you know. So last year, we went to some kind of a Mexican or Tex-Mex restaurant, and I know that we had to smell like garlic. I mean, we were eating so much crap that night. Oh my God!
The first time I had Tex-Mex, the first time I ever heard that phrase, I was 19-ish in France.
They used it there.
They had a Tex-Mex. I was
That's
hanging
funny.
out with students from NYU in Paris, or NYU in Paris, if you want to be a dick about it. And all the kids were going out to dinner, and you know they invited me along, and I was like, yeah. So we went out a couple of nights. One time we went for Tex-Mex, and I'd never had that before, and I was like floored, like
Chili's.
wow, this is but it was in Paris.
Right.
But I think the night we had Tex-Mex, the first night we went out, we went to some place that had pizza.
How was that?
A horror story, because I went there and I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, can you tell me what's on there? So, you know, I can't read this now. I remember we were in Italy one time and I'm like, what the fuck is fungi? And they're like, mushrooms. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. So I couldn't tell what anything was. I'm like, what's on? Please help me. Mm-hmm. And I was going to get a pizza. And they said, well, they have seafood pizza. I'm like, oh, I'll get the seafood pizza. Don't ever do that in Paris. Don't ever it's like when you go outside of Pennsylvania, you don't get a cheesesteak. You do not get a seafood pizza in France. I'm just going to say. So here's how I assume they made it. They took like a pizza crust and they ran down to the river at low tide or the ocean or something. I'm not kidding you. And whatever the fuck, or at high tide, and whatever the fuck was left on the pizza when the tide receded, they shoved it in the oven. It was the first time I've ever seen like entire octopi, like beak and all, just like sitting on a pizza with like seaweed. And I don't even know what other godforsaken critters were on this thing. I'm like, I just can't do this. I mean, I ate it because like we were starving. I mean, there wasn't a lot we could. When we were there, we couldn't order anywhere except Burger King. So we'd go down the Champs-Élysées. which is the big lit up street that's between like, everything and the Arc de Triomphe. And we'd go, there was a really nice Burger King there. So we'd go down to Burger King.
Comfort.
La Maison du Whopper. And it was the only place we knew how to order stuff.
Right.
Because you could get like, what was it? Like, un menu double Whopper avec Coke. And that's like the extent of my French at the time. So it was like, that's what I would get every fucking day.
That's funny.
It's like the only thing we could order unless we had somebody with us who would order for us. Because otherwise, I mean, we got in trouble because it was Father Fisher and I. And
Father Fisher.
And I remember by the end of the trip, I had picked up a little bit of more French, and like, I was down. They have trans passes. They're called carte orange, an orange card, and that's what you use. It's like a monthly pass for the metro. So we were there for 3 weeks. So I bought one, but it died like the week before we left. So I had to get it updated. So I got that redone, and I go down and I walk up to the thing. I'm like, carte orange, s'il vous plaît, and the guy's like doing his thing, stamping this and that. And he's there's bulletproof glass here. And he's just like, and I have money and I'm waiting to pay him. And he's just like, he's looking down and he just starts cursing and yelling at me. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know how to give you the money first. Fuck me. So I put the money in, he shoves it out, and as I'm walking away, I'm pissed off. So I'm like, baisez-vous. And I walk away. And the guy's like furious. I told, hey, fuck you, is what I told him. So I walked away, and Fisher's behind me. And as I turn around, I walk away. He's like, thanks. And he walks up to the guy. He holds it up. And he's like, The guy just explodes. He starts screaming at him. Because the guy was like, he's like some French guy, like a huge Sengali guy. Like the guy's huge. And he's just like veins popping out of his forehead. Because the French do not like when you do this. This is the English version of this.
Yeah.
And this is from the Battle of Agincourt. So they do not like that.
Oh, man.
I did that a couple of times in France, and it had a great effect on people.
What's interesting, though, I was talking to somebody about this. When you get over to Europe, anywhere in Europe,
I'm having another one.
using public transportation is a normal thing.
So much better.
It's well, we had that here in the 1940s and 50s.
Yeah, we don't do that now because
Now it's associated with
socialism.
No, it's associated with being poor,
I am poor.
and so people look down on it's like they opened the bus terminal today in Philly.
Well, granted, I mean, I've been in some shitty bus. I mean, I remember using the train in Suburban Station. Come on, I mean, like I saw a guy pissing in the bathroom.
Jim, that's my point.
Yeah.
Because people that can afford to not use the public transportation just use their cars.
I get it, yeah.
Which is the the whole point of the car companies. So they kind of wrecked that whole thing, and it's really nice when you're over in Europe. Like there's no
Trying to find a place.
there's no stigma, is what I'm trying to say. There's no stigma attached to drive.
They're not.
to
They don't
using
give.
public
They don't care
transportation.
about their cars as much either. Every car, every motorcycle has a dent in it.
Well, because it's just not something that they do.
They don't.
So,
It's
so
not how
when,
they define themselves.
We when I was over in Italy, we hopped on trains and went places, and they were beautiful.
Yeah.
And they were not expensive. It was just the train, But here, there's a stigma attached with using public transportation, and typically people who don't have a whole lot of money are the ones that are using it. That's the only form of transportation they can afford. So people don't want to be associated with that. I'm not making anything up here. You can
No, I mean,
it's
Bree,
obvious.
You can ask Bree. Like she used to use the bus all the time to come to work here because she couldn't drive. I was like, I can't use the bus. She's like, what's wrong with the bus? I'm like, freaks on the bus. She goes, I ride the bus. I'm like, with a bunch of freaks.
Now there are trains that are, I don't know, that run in the center city. From here,
The R5 is fine. I mean, it's not.
But
a
I'm
big
talking
deal.
like any train you use in Europe is that way.
Yeah.
Is nice. But if you're riding the subway or you're riding the L,
I mean, we were in France, and we were going from Paris to Venice on a train. And everybody's like, "Oh, I hope we get a TGV," you know, one of the like pseudo bullet train looking things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What the fuck's a TGV? I don't know anything." And they walk in, and we're on whatever track it's supposed to be, and a fucking TGV is sitting there. And all the girls are just like, and then the one guy we knew, he was doing too, because you know he's a stewardess now. But everybody that like, it was like apparently the foreign language club's trip,
In return for money.
and I was just some dude that came along with my friends because they wanted to go, and
I would have liked to have.
I didn't. It was amazing. I never wanted to leave the country until I was on that trip, and I'm like, I don't want to go home. But the TGV is just sitting there, and it powers up, and everybody's getting excited, and it pulls out. And then this fucked up looking Italian train from like Von Ryan's Express pulls in. Honestly, I thought it was. I'm like, why is a caboose pulling in? It didn't look like a train. It was the most unstreamlined brick-like thing I've ever seen. So it pulled in. It was like, and stops.
But you know,
But the
what year were you
train-
there?
It was 84. The train, though, the actual cars we were in, were like the Harry Potter car. You know, they had it's like,
Okay.
you walk down, there's a side corridor down so if that's the back of the train, there's a corridor down this side, and the rooms are on this side.
See, the train we were on when I rode from Florence to, I don't know what port we were in. I don't know. I don't remember. But the train was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it was
And
really,
it wasn't like, you know, it was just a regular commuter train. You know, it
Yeah.
had multiple levels and all this stuff.
Oh, this was a
and
sleeper train.
This was not a sleeper train, but-
Six of us slept in bunks.
I'm
in
just
the train.
talking about the regular average Joe trains that ran between towns. And Nance was there over right before Christmas. She was over there. And she said they took public transportation for everything, you know, her and her daughter. And they were, she said it was great, man. Like it was easy. There was no problems. And, you know, in America, you know, you walk down the subway and the first thing you smell is, quite frankly, piss.
Well, it
you know?
was like that there. I mean, there were bums down there. I mean, I remember a homeless guy was in the Paris Metro, and he was lying on all of his shit was on a blanket.
Yeah.
He stood up, pissed all over his blanket, and laid back down into it. I mean, it was pissy. I mean, but we used to have like you could.
See,
like,
we didn't experience
that's
any
wh-
of that.
That's
in
where I
Italy.
bought this.
Nothing.
This was from Metro shopping. You go down and they have little shops set up and stuff, and you buy crazy stuff. So I bought, you know. As I've told you, my friend was very, very excited about the fact that I brought myself a friendship bracelet. And he's like, why? Because no one else would get you one? And I'm like, sure. Like, whatever. But,
They were big back in the day. I had a leather one.
yeah, I love this one. It's like a weird, it's like very 80s color.
It's like I'm 14 years old. I was in a thing called Teen Tours, and it was through a Y of some sort, and we went 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. We would go to the Y, and then we'd catch a bus, a school bus, you know, with
Yeah.
the same driver every day, and we went to different places every day, you know, Seaside Heights or Wildwood or whatever, you know, or we would go to like, you know,
Yeah, it's cool
one of
stuff,
those
yeah.
caves, you know, the Crystal
Cave.
caves and all that. So every day was a different drive. You know, I remember we went to Peddler's Village and all that. And it was a lot of fun. But during that summer, I got a leather bracelet. You know, one of the girls got me this leather bracelet, and you know, I stayed on my arm till it fell off. You know, I was all bummed out when it finally
yeah,
fell
like
off.
I'm shocked this one still like exists.
You're lucky it's still around.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
still
cool.
around. It's real, and I couldn't wear it for a long time because it was like a double knot kind of thing. So,
Okay.
and it has shrunk over the years from being washed constantly
Hmm.
because I never took it off. And then the knots gave way, and I didn't want to lose it. And I finally got this little metal thing
Metal thing, yeah.
that you can pop
great,
it on and
man.
off. So
That's
and
cool.
It's stupid, like shit like that. Like I've tried to find that kind of paracord forever, and I can't find that color. And I like it. It's you know, fuck you if you don't like it.
They made it in Nam.
Hey, Mary Kelly and Dave are here.
Oh, look at that.
What's up, guys?
Where are they at? Where are they showing up? Oh, there.
You've got to scroll. That's
you
what
got to
sucks.
keep.
Yeah.
You got to keep moving. Keep
I
moving.
don't understand. I'm gonna like update
I
this.
wonder what changed.
I don't know.
You know, I thought putting the network line in would help, but that doesn't make any sense. So
Apparently,
why would it?
Well, that was all I found out.
The only comment I
don't
have
want that.
is
Yours.
the one I put on there.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I don't know what's going on here. Let me
Yeah, it's
see.
a little weird. A little weird.
Gonna go back to that guy. Paul
There's got to be
Adler's
some
page.
settings.
I don't know. They update their settings all the time and irritate the holy hell.
Now it
Wait a
looks
minute
like
now.
Hey, Mary Kelly and Dave are here.
Hey, I don't want to hear my
What's up,
voice.
guy?
Stop it. That's horrible.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. What do I got here? Well,
I heard they're going to come back in and do the show again.
I don't know if like this works.
What's that?
I'm looking at a different view. Like if I
Where are they at? Where are they showing?
enlarge
Oh,
it,
there.
you've got to scroll. That's
You
what
gotta
it
keep-
is.
yeah,
Please,
you gotta
no,
keep moving.
God.
Keep
I
moving. What is
don't
happening there,
understand.
Jim?
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I know. We're not seeing the comments again. It's not scrolling. Yeah, it's still not doing it in that view. So let me go back out here, and yeah. Sorry, it's not. We're watching on our phones. It's the only way we can do it.
Yeah, it's the only way we can see anything. Oh, well, whatever.
We suck. Sorry.
Yeah. It was a lot. Now, there's a thing that says manage the video. I wonder if that does something.
Where the hell's that at?
Right here. I don't know what. Now, that's got comments in it.
Oh, wait a minute. You're actually on the video page, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you could get there.
I wonder if that'll work.
You can try it. What's the worst that can happen?
Manage video. I don't know. Let's see if I type something, if it comes up there.
Oh, funny. It says comments. Something went wrong. Oh, there they are.
So I
Wait,
tried
now-
that.
All right. So now somebody comment something, please, because
I just did.
All right. Let's
Oh, and it did come up live.
All right. So I've got it now. I've got you coming up live.
I
We'll
have
see-
yo-yo
we'll see.
I put in. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you ever see the movie Catch-22?
I don't remember.
It's one of my favorite movies. It's an old Alan Arkin movie. It's got like 1 billion people in it.
I like Alan Arkin.
They remade it into a series.
passed away last
a
year.
miniseries.
Now it's working.
Now it's working. Okay, good. We got it. Yay.
So you have to
Thank
go into
you.
manage video.
I guess. I don't know what the hell
That's
happened.
weird,
You
man.
can refresh the video. It's got that little look up top. It's got a little yeah.
But it's just rolling right now.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn, I'm commenting as you, aren't I? God damn it.
Yeah.
Hell.
I don't know. I don't see anything you did.
Let me go over here. I undid it because I don't want to.
touch it. Don't touch it.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Do-do. Do-do.
Yeah, it didn't update on my page though.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, what are we gonna do?
Anywho's it's. What's that noise? Do you hear that?
I hear buzzing and a hiss.
Ah, it's this.
What's that doing?
It's an external hard drive. I didn't realize it was still plugged in.
Oh, I almost reported our video. I don't want to do that. Jesus.
Beep-doop. I wonder what changed.
I don't.
You know, I thought
Ugh.
it sounds like us.
It is. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's driving
don't
me
know.
insane.
So because Mark's not playing the show, we had to do a whole bunch of different songs
Yep.
for Saturday. I had to rearrange the old set list there. I think we picked a pretty good set of songs. We'll see what happens. He does all the solos in the Journey songs, and I didn't. With 2 days, I just wasn't going to dive in that deeply, you know. So there won't be any Journey at the show this weekend at the tailgate. I don't know. I don't know how much that even matters, but they did have a Journey cover band at M3 the one year, and they were spectacular. I don't really think that that's an appropriate thing to have. This year they're having a Boston cover band as like one of the first bands.
Oh, wow.
And that's cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But the whole point of that concert show, the whole point of the show was to have bands from the 80s. Now, that gets difficult, you know, as bands age out. You know, we were teens when we went to see these bands. A lot of those guys were 10 to 15 years older than us. And
Now they're dead.
10 to 15 years older than me is not very spry, as my grandfather would say. So, you know, those bands are, there's not a lot of meat left on the bone. You might have one guy left at a 4 that either is alive or wants to play, you know? So, and, you know, you're kind of, you know, just digging at the bottom of the barrel. There are bands, of course, obviously that have been around forever and ever and ever, and they still manage to do it. I mean, there's bands like the Stones. and they just keep doing their thing, and everything works fine. And I mean, it's amazing. But they're filthy rich.
Oh yeah.
So there's two ways you're going to do this. You're either filthy rich and you've got a trainer on the road with you, or you're dirt fucking poor, and you have to tour.
I'm pretty much dirt fucking poor.
So I think of oh God. Chris, the guitar player from Wasp, Chris Holmes. So,
Hey, Holmes.
Chris was basically like living in his car like 4 years ago. They did a documentary on him. And I mean, life was just bad. He's touring to make rent basically at this point, but the funny thing is a bunch of guys did see him and he's still a great guitar player. They're putting together some kind of a super group and they put him in it. So maybe something will happen for him. And that's kind of cool. I always think of like Anvil. Anvil was a band in the 80s. They were a very heavy metal band, very prototypical metal band. And they were famous for their singer taking a dildo, a vibrating dildo, and using it on his guitar.
We did that here.
Sort of a la Eddie Van Halen with his drill. And there was a documentary on them because they were getting back together and they were going to do a tour. And if you ever had a chance, check out the Anvil movie. It is funny. I mean, it really is.
I think I saw some of that recently.
It's like real Spinal Tap. It's like happening live and in person and coloring your house.
All right, I'm sorry, I gotta go do something.
Okay.
Strange.
All right. Well, bring one back for everybody.
I'm gonna go kick the site.
Kick the cat. Don't kick the cat, man. But the Anvil movie is really cool, and those guys, they were at rock bottom. They had nothing, and they were just working stiffs like the rest of us. And the guy Lips, that's his name, who was the lead singer and the leader of the band. He delivered lunches. They're in Canada, and he would deliver lunches to schools. And I did marry Kelly. I did say vibrating dildo. Check out Anvil. There was a band called Anvil Bitch, Julio. Yes. Yep. I believe I saw them at the Empire Rock Club back in the day. But, Lips was delivering lunches, and, they were barely getting by, his wife and him. And, they lived a regular life like the rest of us. And, the band took off after that movie. I mean, they've kind of transcended it a little bit. Now, I did see them at Sellersville Theater. I guess it was 3 or 4 years ago. My son was actually the opening band for them. It was crazy having watched that movie, and then to see my son's band open for them was pretty cool. A lot of people that I know were at the show, and they saw my son's band. Studweiser opened for them, so that was kind of cool. But check out Anvil. It really is. It's the real life. Version of Spinal Tap, if you will. So Mary just sent you a message.
She did.
Yeah, there's a whole conversation going on.
Oh, I saw the message. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Well,
I did. I saw it.
That needs to be fixed.
I just put it. I just loved it. I didn't put a comment. Sorry. about
Okay.
that.
All right.
Sorry. Things going on.
Lots going on, and nothing at the same time.
I just don't know why this isn't working. I'm going to contact.
It's a little.
I'll give Zuckerberg a call. He's no dork.
But I gotta talk to Chuck and get him in here, man.
Yeah.
That'd be good. It's always a little more fun when you have somebody else in the room besides Jim and I.
Yeah, because we're boring as shit.
It's not that. We've just spoken to each other forever, right?
It's weird because I saw that. I did see the picture. They're. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Maybe I didn't see.
What's going on over there?
I see the phones next to each other, and I see the drinks next to each other. So it looks like he's drinking whiskey and she's drinking wine.
Are they watching the Flyers at the same time?
I haven't been checking the score.
I thought you would be.
I was, I did early.
And I did
It's
offer
the
last
same as
night.
when
I
last
said
night.
to Jim, I said we could do the show on Tuesday, and
It might be good to do it. Like I said, like last time, the last time we did it, they kicked their ass, and I was wearing the same jersey, so
I already promised.
I
You
have
know,
changed my underwear. So if they lose, that might be the problem.
I promised Kelly, James, Yorgi, and Nick that we would do the show on a Wednesday. So maybe after that we could switch back to Tuesdays.
Back
at
Tuesdays?
That point. So
Yeah.
it's an option play. Because my drummer from Instinct, his school year is in. He's a teacher at some kind of school, and their semester's ending.
I swear to God, if I could do it again, I'd be a teacher.
I don't think I would have handled that well.
My daughter thinks it's like a horrifying thing, and I told her about it. She's like, yeah, you get off on the summers, but you have to get another job. I'm like, you don't have to. I mean, all the guys.
I think there's two ways you can get your checks. You can get your checks to run through the year,
Yeah.
or just when you're teaching. I
Well,
think there's
all
options.
the teachers, a
Depends
lot
on
of,
the
a
district
lot of
you're
the
in.
teachers at my high school worked at the liquor stores around the area. So that kind of sucked when you'd walk into the liquor store. You're like, oh, hey, Mr. Dowd,
Yep, not getting shit today.
what you doing here? I'm looking for my father. He's a well-known alcoholic. Is he here? Shit.
When I was a kid, I went to a camp.
Geno's.
I know, isn't that cool? One summer I went to Camp America. I was there 3 weeks. That was the end of that. I never went
I
back.
never got to go to camp. I wanted to go to camp.
My parents splurged, and my sister and I went to camp for 3 weeks. And anyway, so we're at Camp America, and the guy who ran you were in a bunk, right? You know.
Yeah.
So they put me in the bunk with older kids, but that's not the point of my story. The point of my story is that the guy who ran my bunk, he was a gym teacher at a school. You know, he's like that. This was his moonlight in the summers. He worked at the camp.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy. He was a really good guy, man. But that was back in 1977 or 78.
Oh, shit wasn't a lie. We went camping in 78. Upper Marion elementary schools. When you're in 5th grade, you go camping, and when you're in 6th grade, you go to New York. So we went camping in 5th grade, and they took us to French Creek State Park, which isn't far from here.
Yeah.
But when we were driving there, it seemed like it was fucking forever away. And it wasn't until a few years ago, like Bree, Kate, and I went up there, and we were like, we rented a boat, and we're like, we're like, cruising around the place and do all kinds of stuff. And we were walking around, and they have areas where there are, I don't know what the hell, like no frills camping sites. You have to have a large group of people to get them. They have a lodge. And the lodge has like a wood burning cooktop outside under a porch, and they have cabins all over the fucking place. Mm-hmm. So we went there, and I'm talking that
That was probably the adventure of your life.
It was really fun. It was the first time that anybody like acknowledged the fact that boobs were kind of cool, because guys were trying to walk girls back to their.
Okay.
Like after
There was maneuvering taking
even
place.
after and before that, it was just like afterwards. It was even like nah, it's not a girl, yeah. But it was like our cabin was the furthest one from everybody else. It was out in the middle of fucking nowhere. It was really spooky, and one of the like a 10th grader was on the trip as just to help out, and he stayed in our cabin. And I mean, the cabin's like you walk in and it's like a fucking horror movie. There's nothing in the cabin. It's a screen door, screen windows, cots that are just metal springs.
Sure.
And you have to throw your shit down on top.
Yeah, whatever you brought.
Yeah. And so there was one night where we're in the cabin, and it was like, they locked with the little hook and loop thing.
Yeah.
We're sleeping as, it's like, the fuck do you want? Hey, man, let me in. Oh, fuck. I was like, oh, I'm going to get in so much trouble. Because like kid's like an adult to me. He's in 10th grade. I'm fucking in 5th grade. And that guy didn't care. He just wanted to go to sleep. But like, oh my God, it's like 3 days away from home. It was the first time. It was so cruel. And I always wanted to go camping. And then it wasn't until I was older and looked at the price of camping, and I was like, oh, that's why those cheap fuckers didn't send me. Hey, Jackie Kearns is here.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. We had the typical stereotypical teachers Like there was one guy that apparently he would do this. I didn't have him for class, but people said he was like, "Oh, look at that out the window." People would look and he'd be like, take a hit from like a little bottle of like whiskey. Yeah, a lot of alcoholics in Catholic school. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man?
I don't know.
I was actually. It's funny because I was talking about Mr. Fisher again. He's a friend of mine, Paul. You know him, you met him. He's a Catholic priest, and if he's listening, he's probably like, "Why are you telling people I'm a priest?" Because it's fucking germane to the story. We were out recently. I think. Oh, it was the day after Halloween last year. You guys were away or doing something, and we had like the guys from the old neighborhood came over, and he was there. And when we were in school, we always had to like start the fucking classes with a prayer. And it was always just like, you'd be like, St. John Baptist LaSalle, and everyone would go, pray for us. And I said, like, who the hell is St. John Baptist of LaSalle? And he just looked at me like I'm the dumbest human being on the face of the earth, which I get a lot. And he's like, he's the guy who started the Christian Brothers order. Now, the Christian Brothers are the guys that run Carroll. They're teachers. They're not priests. They're teachers, but they take a vow of celibacy. And when we were on that Europe trip, our disciplinarian, Brother Ed, and I became friends. We was literally, I mean, this sounds like a fucking story, but we were literally sitting in the back of the bus, and he's like, "Oh, I was in the Philippines one time, the women there, Jesus." And I was like, "Can I ask you a personal question, brother?"
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about it.
And I was like, "Your order, you guys are celibate, yeah?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why?" Like, I could say that to a priest, but I mean, like, they can do magic and shit. Like, this guy all he did was run around in a dress and yell at people and give them demerits. And the other brothers just taught classes. Like, they didn't do anything else. They went to church. They lived in a community. They're basically monks who taught. That was it. Like, they didn't even have, like, a scriptorium or anything, like, where they're copying manuscripts. They just taught assholes like me. And I'm like, I don't think I could give up getting laid to, like, deal with people like me. That doesn't seem like a good trade-off. So.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know, Jim.
I don't get it.
I have no point of reference. For many reasons.
I know. Well, that makes more sense than anything I've seen. But by the way, I just was thinking, I think I saw Franklin in our yard a couple of days ago.
Yeah, he's been escaping
prowling
the island.
Around.
Yeah, he's been. There's a hole in the fence, and so I keep putting sticks and stuff in the holes. We need a new fence.
You like the people out back? Do I have to like curse at you before you fix that shit?
We need it. We need a new fence. And Franklin, he finds all the breaches, and then I stick some logs in there, and he finds another way to get out. And then today he escaped when I was outside with him, and it's just what he does. He used to jump the fence when he was younger.
I saw him do it one time. Yeah, I was
much younger.
But there's another cat that looks like him that used to be prowling around, and I didn't know. I didn't know the other day if it was him or somebody else. But I was like, he was headed back to your house. I'm like, and it's like the thing I yelled at Pugsley about. I'm like, I'm not going to chase him. He's not going to come to me. He's just going to run away.
Sure.
So I'm just going to let him go home. He'll figure it out. So
Franklin. He used to have all that energy. He's an old man now. But what are you going to do? He escapes the island every once in a while, and
that's what I love about Phelan. Like, she never leaves. Like, the other day I was sitting out front. What was it? I think I was done work. Yeah, it was. It was this weekend. I was sitting out front reading a book, and all of a sudden, like, our dog Phelan just comes walking around from the back of the house, walks up and just like,
"Hey, what's up?
How you doing?" And I was like, and Caitlin had just left the house and gone somewhere, and Bree was at work. So I texted my daughter, and I was like, "You leave something out back."
Oh no!
No, the worst was me. I left her out all night one time.
Ooh.
All she did was she just laid on the back, the furniture out there. She curled up on the couch and went to sleep. She came in. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
So one time, years and years and years ago, yeah, Jackie, sorry. Yeah, the Christian brothers are celibate. I don't get it either. We had a husky, and we had to put her on a tether. If you didn't, she would just run. And
I know all about that.
yeah, and she was an asshole because her either we had the exact same top speed at the time, or she was just fucking with me because I could never close on her, and then she would eventually just stop, and I'd try to get close, and she would run again. So one day I came out, and her lead was as far, it was like around our deck and this way,
Oh no.
and it wasn't broken. It wasn't it was just laying there. And I'm like, did someone let her go? How the hell does she have thumbs now? How the hell did she do
The
this?
opposable thumb.
So she was gone. This is when we were out in Spring City. So we're out in the countryside. So I'm like, fuck. So I drove around for a couple hours, couldn't find her. I'm like, look, she's chipped. Hopefully she doesn't get hurt or killed. And if she does, hopefully she doesn't cause any damage that I have to deal with.
Yeah.
So I was fully resigned, like she's gone. So I get up to go to work the next day, and she's lying on the front porch, like looks like she's exhausted, like she's had a night out.
She did.
You know, like, how you doing? Come on in.
That's funny. Jim, it's getting close to time.
I'm thinking, Mary, you and Dave are not entirely celibate, according to the definition of the word.
I don't think so.
Just saying. Is it time?
It's not quite.
And then we can do it early because folks are here.
Yeah, it would be good to get a lot of people on it. And do
You want
it.
me to do that now?
Yeah, we could do that.
I'll put this up, and I
Joby's
will.
probably busy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You want one of these?
Yeah, why not? Thank you kindly.
All right, I can't. Shut up. Just stop. All right, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Why is my headphones are cutting out? Because you're banging on the table.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, you fucked
better?
up. You disconnected my headphones doing that shit, man. Come on. Knock that shit off. Jesus
Super vibrations.
Christ almighty. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Okay, that looks like ass.
Oh.
There we go. That's such a weird thing. So, okay. For all you celibates out there,
And others.
here it is. So 5 of these headlines are real headlines taken from the news. And one of them, some deviant freak made up out of the depths of his own head.
Sacrilege. Sacrilege.
Yep. So, okay. So what your task is, you need to pick which one of these I made up.
I want to be like Alex Trebek and know the answer and then like mediate.
Yeah, nope.
That would be
Nope,
fun.
Nope. All right, so number 1, Florida man attempts to run to London in a giant hamster wheel. Number 2, Florida man arrested for a car sticker that read, "I eat ass."
Why is that an offendable thing? Like, why would he be
It's fucking Florida.
arrested for that? You know,
Florida.
that's his
It's
prerogative.
the only place where you could be a Muslim and get arrested, but the guy who arrested you probably just molested a 12-year-old.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
that was in the news.
That was me. Except I ran away. No. Number 3, Florida man arrested after eating pancakes in middle of intersection. Number 4, Florida man leads police on chase, stops for gas.
Well, listen, you got to keep the thing moving.
Hey, if you run out of gas. Number 5, Florida man declares backyard a sovereign nation where meth is legal.
That definitely happened.
Number 6, Florida man arrested for calling 911 to report that his portion of clams was too small. So what do you guys think?
I'll go with number 2. Just
You're really upset about that I eat ass thing. Huh?
It bothers me. It should be wrong.
I know it should be. It doesn't make any sense.
Mary Kelly says number 2.
Wait, I gotta play the music, but way quieter than that. Okay. Dave says 2.
Fuck you.
There's no reason to get upset about it.
Oh. I'm pretty sure that guy lived in Florida too.
You know what your problem is? What's the count?
Do you know how many people send me Florida man stories every week
I
now?
am sure.
And it's like every once in a while I get such a good one. I'm like, God damn it.
You want to save it, but you know that they would listen in and then cheat.
Jackie says 2.
It's sort of like that guy who took out the odds on the president of Venezuela.
Or when the war starts. It's like,
Yeah.
that's a weird thing to bet on, man. Like, you might as well just go to the hospital and be like, I think that kid with progeria is going to be dead within 6 months. Like, it's just a terrible thing. But, I mean, you can bet on... Like, I see those what is it? The betting commercials on TV. It's like, the shit they talk about, I don't even know what they mean.
Well, the comments are working, I'll tell you that. So,
Yeah, they're not working for me. I'm just seeing them on the phone.
everybody's betting on the same one. It's going to ruin it.
I like the fact that when people do this, they're like trying to think, what did that crazy fucker do? What do you think?
So you just think like a criminal.
It's in the family, you know? What am I going to do? All right, I'll let this...
Last week...
Oh, Joby's here. He said 5.
Oh, he's going to win it. So last week we got dinged, and we were muted.
Why? What did we do?
It broke a copyright.
I didn't play anything with a copyright.
I played some things, but they were things from things, and they weren't supposed
If you play anything off of...
It was off YouTube, I think. I think that's
yeah,
what got us.
that'll get you.
Son of a bitch. We'll be watching the Flyers very soon. We're monitoring.
We're working on it, man.
You
Jesus.
know. We had the option play to do this last night, but it didn't present. And I'd learned like 17 different solos. And
There is that. I'm going to let this pleasant part play out, and then we'll just get right into it. All right.
well, let's do it.
Here we go. All right. So, the clams one is real.
Anything like that makes complete sense that would be real.
It shouldn't.
A lot of it makes sense to me.
Florida man leads police chase and stops for gas. Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
That's just dumb.
But the fact that you're in a police chase lends itself.
Oh, Bree got in here. Okay. Bree says number 3. Cool.
All
Dude over
right.
there. All right.
All right, good.
Oh, man. I got to break hearts early. All right. So the hamster wheel thing is real.
Yeah, I saw that guy. He was on Keebler the other day.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Let's see. Yes, Crosby must absolutely die. Oh, Larry, sorry. Number 1 is not. Sorry. You just got
Sorry,
it at the last
Larry.
second. Okay. So where are we? So,
Get him in one shot.
yeah, sure. The I eat ass is real.
How do you get arrested for that? What's wrong? Isn't there freedom of speech?
In Florida?
Oh.
I'm not sure slavery's illegal there. What are you talking about?
Oh. That
All right, so
explains
it's,
a couple things
it's
I
down
saw.
to Joby and Bree. So
All right.
I either have to piss Joby off or risk my wife kicking my ass when I get home. And
Well, it's not
unfortunately for me, my wife's going to kick my ass when I get home.
Joby for the win!
Joby won.
He timed it perfectly, came in, snuck in and won.
Fucking guy, he probably fucking like looked it up. He had all the time in the world. So,
Man.
nicely done, sir. So,
Well done, Mr. Joby.
So yep. So we have a winner. We have to like do something. Like we got to get a pack of like tidy whities or something and sign them and like mail them to people. They win.
To Joby.
Yeah. Well, if he wins,
I'll
yeah.
be seeing Joby in 2 weeks
Where's that?
at McStew's. I assume he's doing sound. I don't know. Maybe he's not doing sound there. I don't know. He was there the last time I worked there. But we're supposed to be up at Old School's going to be at McStew's in 2 weeks.
Nice. Very nice.
I think that's what it is. I have to check. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Hold on.
Still no score if anybody cares.
Well, that's good. So we haven't missed anything other than maybe some cross-checking and some icing.
And a couple of billion things. It's funny if I refresh the thing, they come up.
This is working fine. This managed thing.
That thing will always work.
I never knew about that.
Yeah, it's the other thing.
I won't remember it next week.
It just ain't working for me. But I wonder. I wonder if I do this. Let me try something else.
Events.
Yeah,
I'm going to see when Old School's May 9th. McStew's. Yeah, that's next week, right?
May 9th? No. That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I got a week off.
Wait a minute. I think I know why my things aren't working.
That's what she said.
Let's see if anybody
If only my things were working.
Let me see if anyone else posts anything and I see it, because then I'll know why.
I'll post something.
Post something. Let me see if it works.
I'm going to post posting.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see.
Well, Mary already posted something, and it didn't fucking work. God damn it.
Dermot. I can't even get my posting to work. There we go.
Yeah, it doesn't work. The only way it works if I constantly update it, like refresh it.
Why can't you go into the manage? Or you're trying to be you?
I'm trying to be you. I can go to the managed page, but then I did that once, and I was commenting commenting on things with to people as you, and then you were like, wait,
That's a little weird.
Then you got weirded out, like you can access my Facebook page. I'm like, yes. Are you? I'm like, I don't know.
There's things.
I don't want to know.
There's things. By the way, I'm just going to go through. There's some stuff coming up for Old School that I'd like to discuss. I don't know if it's discussion, but upcoming shows. We've got the M3 Rockers tailgate party this Saturday.
That's not that. That's not that. That's my page. Damn it! I see how this works now.
What are you doing? Oh,
it takes just whatever window I have up.
I
There
see.
we go.
And that'll be from 10 a.m. to 12. The big show starts at 12:30 there. I'll be there. And then Saturday, May 9th, we'll be at McStew's, oldschoolrocksphilly.com. And then Saturday, May 23rd, back at Screwballs, followed by, and we're going to have a guest vocalist with us on these two shows I'm about to mention.
Get that.
May 23rd, we're going to have a guest vocalist, a female vocalist, with Bob. And she will also be joining us on May 29th at Peppers. So it's a double deuce, 2 weekends in a row in the Mighty Screw in the Mighty.
Who is it?
Well, I don't know if I should. I don't know if it's official that I should say. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. I have to refresh this thing every time just to get updates.
Let me think on that for a minute.
Life
before
sucks.
I say the person's name. I don't know. It's not in the ads yet, and
Yeah, you should wait.
I have it here in the secret page. That's not it. Where's the secret page, Jim?
Which one?
The one with the stuff.
It's over next to the whatchamacallit.
Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Go back. How about if I go here and then go down to here?
Oh, my God.
Try this. Let's see if that works.
That didn't do anything.
No, that did a whole lot of nothing.
Hmm.
How about if I go here? Nope, that was really bad. Error request.
Oh, I thought he was porn again.
Oh, not tonight. See, this is the problem with all this stuff. It's just not fair. How about this one? Nope, not that one. How about that one? Nope.
I don't know. It's email.
How about this one? Let's see if this works.
Russian brides?
Whatever, man. I don't critique you.
You don't want to do that.
All right, so that's last year.
While you're talking about this, I'm going to go take my tiny bladder.
What is going on with you tonight, dude?
I
thought I was one with the.
I drank about a gallon of water before I came here. Like 5 minutes before I came here.
I think I figured it out, man.
You got it?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll go through the rest of the shows. So we have May 23rd and May 29th with special guest vocalist with Bob. That's Screwballs and at Peppers. And then immediately following that, not so immediately, June 13th, Old School will be doing their debut show at Reese's. So I'd really like to see everybody come out to that. That'd be really cool. I'd like to see it come out to every show. We've had some really cool shows of late, and lots of people coming out. It's been really great. Lots of people. It's been spectacular of late, I have to say. Anyway, okay, so the person who's going to be sitting in with us on those two shows, her name is Brandy Lee Nelson. And she's in and has been in a lot of big bands in the area. And I hear lots of good things about her. So we'll see how that goes.
And which is that gig?
It's going to be Screwballs on May 23rd and Peppers on May 29th.
Oh,
neat. So I don't know. This could be the beginning of something, or it could be a quick end. I don't know. But we're gonna see what happens. So it's always been my goal of late in the last few years.
It's always been your goal of late? The fuck does that mean?
Well, it used to be my goal in the old days, but I've always wanted to have a secondary female vocalist in the band to help out with the backing vocals, and to also just to be there and sing and do their thing. We've obviously had lots of people over the years, and Claire and Deej, and Deej did a lot of headline shows. She was spectacular.
Yeah, she was awesome.
So I would like that to work, and hopefully this is the one that'll work. I don't know. Everything's. I think she's in the Dirty Dance Band. So.
Dave said he's off 6/13, so.
Oh, well, he'll probably be singing a song too.
There you go. Which gig was the 6/13 one?
6/13. Let's go look.
You don't have this shit memorized?
That's the Reese's show.
Ah.
I wish it was peanut butter.
Well, you can always bring,
Maybe I can make that part of the ad when I make the
You can
ad.
have, what you do? You give Maddie some chocolate and you get some peanut butter and you guys crash into each other.
No.
No, you're not going to do that?
No, that's weird.
Yeah, you have no fun.
And May 16th, Instinct will be at Billfest.
Oh, cool.
I'm currently working on setting up some new shows for them. Still waiting for Terry and Russ's to send me their dates of availability. They bitch at me about my availability, and then when I ask them for availability, I meet a stone wall. It's weird. I don't understand that.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Complain.
Oh, right. That's what we did. Yes.
You
got nothing to do in your life, man.
That was
Why don't you
bizarre.
get a job or something, Do something.
Why does that sound like it was recorded in a toilet?
Anything beats lying around all day.
You know what drives me crazy?
You like kids?
When I point, can you give me some echo?
Yeah.
This is what I hate about working from home. Like, you're talking like today. I was talking to somebody. I have a coach, I am his coach. I have to like help him out and stuff.
Sure.
At work. So I'm talking to him and he's just going on and on and on and on and on. It's supposed to be an hour max, and like 2.5 hours into this conversation. All right. I really have to pee. So I very quietly walk
Oh no.
in, and then I go and I sit. So I'm really quiet.
I understand.
But the problem is your voice
does this when you go in the toilet.
So it's really obvious what's going on. Hey, Donna's here.
Hey, Donna.
But it's like, and it's hard because I know that's what's happening, and I'm trying not to talk. And they're like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, you try desperately not to do. Like, I don't know if I need more furniture in my bathroom or
You need
what.
foam. You need foam in your bathroom.
Oh, it drives me crazy, man. It's like I have literally, and I'm not. It's going to be gross as hell, but like I've literally.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Drop-
I'm like
dropping
standing
'em.
there. I'm standing there. I'm at work. I'm like talking to people at work, and I'm like pissing in a jug, like because it goes,
Well, sometimes those meetings go long.
it goes really long, and I'm just and I'm sitting there like when I get up in the morning, I'm like there's like a barrel of coffee sitting there, and I'm getting
see it all the time.
And when you're 2.5 hours in an hour-long meeting, you're just like, I planned a potty break.
Now, what I end up doing, a lot of times I'm in the office and stuff. See ya, Mary. I just say, listen.
Oh, good night, guys.
I got to go to the bathroom. Sorry.
Well,
I'm out.
See, here's the thing. This is what a piece of shit I am. So today I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and it was the same guy, and it was going on and on and on. And I said, I'm really sorry, man. Somebody's at my door. I got to go. Can you just hold on for 1 minute? I'm really, really sorry. Took the earpiece out, put it down, ran over, came back. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. A cop came. This weird guy across the street lost his dog, and the cop came here for some fucking weirdo reason. I'm sorry with him. I mean,
Dad?
yeah, just lied out of my ass.
Well,
like, But it was either that or say, like, sorry, man, I just had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it happens.
But, yeah.
So I don't have any of my music on my computer, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. See you, Joby. Oh, thank you all for tuning in.
Good night, sir. Thank you for winning. We do have to find something we can send people. Like, I think a packet of underwear, and then we just sign it or something. And,
I'm not into that.
Yeah, that's why? Because it didn't work at that one show, and we did it with the diaper.
Yeah, I was
I was horrified.
Yeah,
I wanted to die.
And that was not the right venue for that.
Oh, you think?
That was not good.
We had to actually bribe that guy to take it.
That was not good. That was not good. That was a higher end place too.
Yeah. Jackie's rehearsing with a band in Saratoga.
Oh, congratulations
Nice.
to you for
Awesome.
that.
Used to be a great skating rink up there. No more. But
Saratoga. All right, dude. I don't know. I got nothing else.
oh wow, I didn't realize it was that freaking late.
You got anything?
I just want to check the score real quick. Okay. That was it. All right.
Thank you, Jackie.
Take
That was
care,
great to see
Jackie.
you. Good luck with everything.
What have I done here? I just bailed out of everything. That's fine. All right. So I've got hey, if you want to listen to some really cool music, man, check out montcoradio.com and listen to some of the stuff they have there. They've got kids in college. They've got alumni. They've got everybody. They've got my daughter doing the cat call on Tuesday nights at 9:00. Check it out, montcoradio.com, where music and minds
meet.
There you go.
I should have. Meet.
Yeah, meet.
I was in the bathroom.
I gotta. If one of us has to reach out to Matt Porter and get his ass in here.
That would be great, man. I would love to have him on the show.
Let's see if we can get him in. I'll reach out to him.
I've done his show.
I know. I've been in the radio station.
I'd like
that
to
was
go
when no
back.
one was there.
I would, if it was pre-set decently in advance, I would take the day off. So I could go do it.
Good night.
Good night.
But yeah,
whatever.
Did you? It's everyone who's leaving because go.
Well, we should leave too.
There's shit to do, man.
There's a hockey game to watch.
So what do you have? You went through everything you've got going on.
Yeah,
right?
it's all spelled out.
So
Instinct the band, check it out. We got a gig coming up. We got lots of stuff coming up with Old School, and that's it. I don't know. We're working on new rooms. Blah blah blah.
And if you're at M3 on Saturday, man, 10:00 in the parking lot.
Lot 5. Old School. The tradition continues. I don't know how many years it's been. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know what.
Been a bit.
So it's been a nice run.
Yeah, check it out.
If it's there next year, I guess we'll figure something out.
Hey, if not, just go to the parking lot and fuck around.
Maybe I'll just bring on my battery operated amplifier next year. And
you know what you do if they don't do M3 next year? Just go to the parking lot one day and just do a 3-set.
Yeah, they might not like that.
Or just do it in a parking lot nearby. Talk to Earl. He'll know somebody.
Earl's got a game plan.
Earl will know someone.
He's driving up from South Carolina. That son of a bitch.
Hey, that's what he does, man.
All right, dude, I'm out.
All right, we're gone. So we'll be back next Wednesday, and we'll let you know what the hell we're doing if we even know, and we'll do it all again. So thanks, everybody, for going and hanging and doing your thing, and go Flyers.
Go Flyers.
Good night.